Okay, Year 9. The previous video would have left off with this drawing completed. You had to have drawn your own lid on, so it matches your final drawing. Same for if you've got internal components like dividers, they would have to have been drawn on too. To create your orthogonal drawing for your folio, the first thing you need to do is on your bodies folder, right click on the heading there, and we want to create components from bodies. Okay, they're all components now. Next, File, New Drawing from Design. A little panel will pop up here, and we want it to make sure it's on Manual, Full Assembly, Create New, from scratch, ISO millimeters A4, okay, on Landscape. Click OK. Now this can take a minute, so be patient. Okay, there it is properly. Okay, now attached to my mouse is the box. So I'm going to click to place it. And I'm going to click OK just for now. I'm going to click on the title box and click delete. I'm not worried about that for this assessment task. I'm going to double click on the drawing again, and it opens up the drawing panel view again. Now scale, I'm going to select, let's try 1 to 4. Let's try 1 to 2, that's better. And we'll show our hidden detail. So you can now see the sides of the box, and you can see the ply in it, and the hidden detail comes up as the dotted lines. Okay, click close. Now you can click and move this, so just move it in slightly, and while it's selected, you want to pick projected view. Go up, go across, and we want one with the isometric in the corner. And escape, there they are. Now double click on this one. We're going to change this back to probably 1 to 5. Let's try 1 to 4. And we're going to make this one style just be shaded. Click close. Now what we want to do on this drawing sheet is put some dimensions in. Okay, so you've got up here, drop arrow dimension. You can just use that one there. And let's get some overall dimensions from here. So let's just click, click, and then click to place. Whoops. I'll do that again, sorry. Click to place. We'll get the height of the box. Yours should be 90. If you drew it as 70, that's fine. We'll take the thickness of the timber over here, from there to the dotted line. And we'll get the length of the short piece from here to here. If yours is 126, that's fine. Okay, now the dimension going through that 19 isn't ideal, so I might delete that one, and I'll dimension that somewhere else. So I can do it up here in the top from there to there, and when I go straight up, it will go to 19. Now I don't have much control here. If you zoom in, you'll get more control. There you go. Click to place, zoom back out, and just check. Have you got enough on there to make the box? Length of the front, height, thickness. Yep, side, the length, the height, the thickness. Yes, the lid. So make sure you've dimensioned your lid so you can get the thickness of your lid there, whatever yours is. The width is the same as from there to there and down. And the length, we might put in the top view here. Actually, we don't need it at all, because if you follow those lines down, it's the 240 as well. What we might do is some center marking on each of the holes. So click, 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 and click. And this center line here, click on the top line and the bottom line, and it shows that that's a hole. zoom right in, get the bottom of that hole. Now that's looking fairly good to me. We'll just put a couple more dimensions on here, so say from here to the center of the hole. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here because it pushed these dimensions out, so I'll just click and drag that back in, and I'll click and drag this one back in, arrows touching, and I will just get a dimension now from here to the center of that circle, straight down, and it's pushed that one out. Okay, I think that's enough on there to make the box bar the ply, but that's fine. And just in place of doing a proper text box, which we'll learn later on, maybe year 10, we're just going to put on here in caps locks your name, drawn by, and put your name. Okay, and click close to lock that in. This is where I want you can save it. And you can take your screenshot. When you take your screenshot, just take it from the whole entire page. Sorry. Okay, and pop that in your portfolio underneath the heading Orthogonal Drawing. Okay, any questions, send me an email or see me in class.